Good evening all and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night. The beer we're going for tonight is a collaboration brew. It's between Northern Monk and a Pretty Decent Beer Co. It's this one. It is Interstellar Haze. And Interstellar Haze is a double dry hopped hazy IPA weighing in at 7% ABV. Like I say, it's a collab brew. And it says on the side, from beyond known space. A cosmically hoppy IPA to keep in your orbit, and it's craft brewed with northern pride and meteoric amounts of ripe, juicy flavours fresh from the north. And I thought it was a particularly poignant one to have today, given that Artemis II arrived back on Earth today after its lunar mission. There's not an awful lot I can tell you about the beer, really, other than the ingredients, which are listed as malted barley, wheat and oats as the allergens. Otherwise, you've got water, hops and yeast in there as well. No clue as to what hops or anything. I got this one from Tesco's. It was on there 4 for 3, so it wasn't a lot of money. So without further ado, let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. I do love a double dry hopped IPA. It's one of my favourites. Anyway, we're going to pour into my Northern Monk glass, and the pour is hazy. Nice orange colour. We're not going to go nuts on the pour. That will do. We've got pretty murky beer. That's a good thing. That's your colour up close in the glass. Got a solid finger of white head. Nice and compact. And it's, I suppose, a pale to medium orange in colour. Let's have a whiff. Oh, that's juicy. That's all the juice. Okay. We have some stone fruit going on. Plenty of it. Plenty of mango. There's pineapple. There's soft citrus. There's a bit of guava. That kind of almost sharp, bright, tropical fruits. But dominant with the stone fruit and the pineapple. Very sweet. Very nice. Could do with being a bit stronger, but it is all juicy tropical goodness. So it looks all right. It smells rather good. See what it tastes like. Cheers. Body's good. It's medium. It's a medium, maybe just a bit above medium. If medium was if body was 1 to 10, this is about a 6. Carbonation is soft, a little bit spiky, and it's all about the juice. There's zero sign of the alcohol. It's a very smooth, easy drinking beer that focuses mainly on soft stone fruit. Now, it smelled quite heavily of mango, so I would not be surprised if there was mosaic in here. There is an element of dank. It's light on the dank, but there is an element of it. But yeah, it's all the softer stone fruit. So think really ripe peach, ripe mango, all that kind of vibe. The pineapple is there. It's kind of more of a background flavour, and but otherwise, yeah, it's sweet and juicy. It is well hopped. It's not heavily hopped though, and you know, they made a point of saying just how hoppy it is. Cosmically hoppy, right? That to me implies stupidly hoppy. But this is mildly to moderately hoppy. Definitely one for those who love a sweeter beer. This is a very safe flavoured beer. It's not going to upset anyone. It's middle of the road in terms of balance, in terms of flavour strength, in terms of everything really. It's quite a middle of the road beer. I was hoping for a lot more hop chew, right? Double dry hopped IPAs for me should have that chew, that almost, you should almost be able to feel it, right? I know you can't, but you should be able to have that hop chew, as I like to call it, that little extra twist to the body that really punches home the hoppy nature of the DDH. Anyway, the finish, it's all sweet, it's all juicy, it's very mellow, is what it is. So, scoreboard of joy time. I had a lot of words to fit on the top. That's your board of joy, currently empty. We're going to fill it in, as always, with the red pen of judgment. And we will start by revisiting the pour to judge those looks again. And as I said, it's a nice pale to medium orangey colour with a nice white head and a reasonable level of haze, right? You know, when we talk about interstellar levels of haze, I'm expecting kind of stupidly hazy. You know, think the kind of atmosphere on Venus. I like it, but it could be more hazy. It could be a bit more orange. Could have that intimation of more of those interstellar cosmic levels of hops. Anyway, I'm going to go to 0.7. The aroma, I like it. I want more of it. Quite a lot more. Like I say, it's very much on the lighter end of the spectrum, but it is nice. It's juicy, it's stone fruity, it's mango, it's pineapple with a hint of dank. There's nothing really to dislike about what there is. I just want a lot more of it. And I'm going to go 0.6. And the body, like I said, it's a little bit more than medium on a scale of 1 to 10. It's about a 6. The body works for the beer. I like the carbonation. It's well carbed. I think, if I'm honest, brutally so, it's my favourite part of the beer. I'm going to give it the full point. And the flavour is much like the aroma. It's sweet and juicy, and it needs more. The stone fruit is there. The peach, very ripe, very soft peach. The mango is there, again, very ripe. Think kind of right next to the pit in the middle bit of mango, as opposed to right next to the skin, which can be a bit more bitter. This is very much the sweeter type of mango. And the pineapple is just kind of a background kind of role here. Again, it's very sweet by comparison. I prefer my IPAs bitter, but I like it for what it is. So I'm going to go... It's good. It's not brilliant. I'm going to go with 0.7, much like the looks. Anyway, and the finish, it's all sweet and juicy on the back end. It's exactly that, right? There's not a lot more to say. It lasts a reasonable amount of time. It is a little bit hoppy on the back end, not massively, but yeah, it is. It's worthy of the same score as the aroma, which means it's got a 0.6. So that's what, 1.3, 2.6, 3.6 out of 5 from me, which means it cannot have the full bonus point because it didn't get 5 out of 5. Would I buy it again? There are better double dry hopped IPAs out there. And another one of the ones that was brilliant in the same supermarket. It's not there anymore. Used to be, though. It's another cosmically named beer. It was Lost Cosmonauts from North. That was a brilliant double dry hopped IPA. Even better before it went into the supermarkets, I hasten to add. So as much as I like it, I'm going to say no, I wouldn't buy this one again because there are others that I prefer that I can still get. Value for money, it was on the 4 for 3. Again, I like it. The fact that I wouldn't buy it again kind of makes me less likely to give it a value for money. No, I'm gonna stick with my initial instinct to say no, I wouldn't give it a value for money bonus either. So we're going to stick with the 3.6 out of 5. So there we go. It's a sweet beer. If you like sweet beer, you'll like this one. If, like me, you prefer them bitter, hoppy, and incredibly long on the back end, then this one perhaps is not the beer for you. Nevertheless, if you want just a middle of the road kind of flavour that's a bit of a palate cleanser, it could work there too. But yeah, that's that. We're going to leave it there and say that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.